Hello, it's Robert Pultz again. How are you doing today? I'm continuing on the Smithfield Lutheran Register, 1792 to 1826 in Middleway, Jefferson County, West Virginia. This is the fan report research project. And let's see if we can take and get a screen up for you. Uh, okay, well, it's interesting. All right, I'm on page 41. And as you can see, I'm going to do this section here, which is called the Fourth Sunday of Advent in 1794. So if you viewed the previous video, I showed you how to make that conversion. I'm not going to redo that here, but I am going to show you my crib sheet that I developed from that previous video. And we're talking about the fourth Sunday of Advent in 1797. And that's the 3rd of December in 1797. So we'll be using that. The next issue is to find Nicholas Shaw. And what I'm making an assumption of is Nicholas and Elizabeth are man and wife. If you look, they're listed like that all through here. Here's the Bowleses, which are actually BULTZ. And then you have various other people here, but so we're going to look for a Nicholas and Elizabeth that are man and wife. When I do search on Nicholas, I have quite a few Nicholases down here. I have the senior, the third, the second, the Nicholas, and Nicholas. By the way, those thirds, seconds, and seniors don't mean anything except to the person that's doing it. There are two Elizabeths that are wives of Nicholas. The first one, let's look at this one. She wasn't born just 1791, and we're talking about 1797. So she'd be 6 years old at this point. She wouldn't be married at that point. So that's not likely to be the Elizabeth that we want. The Elizabeth senior is an Anne. This Nicholas here has an Elizabeth, and she's 1764. It's probably going to be the right group, group of people. This Elizabeth, this Nicholas here has Anne, but she has a different last name than the first Anne. Always nice to have two of them have the same first names. And then the last Nicholas is a Mary. And so taking this Nicholas, we come up here to Nicholas, and one way of separating them out. Okay. And to take and do these entries, let's go here and show you what I've done. This is a crib sheet, and this is just a screen shot that I've captured. And I'm using this for, that's too early, for the communion and for the confirmation. Okay. And then the source sheet looks like this. So I do screenshots so that I can take and maintain consistency between that, especially when I'm doing a lot of entries on a single thing. So let's go back to RootsMagic. I've already done a miscellaneous down here at the bottom. Take and make sure this worked. Actually, I've got several miscellaneouses on the bottom, so all I need is one of them. 3 December 1797, we said. We know from this crib sheet that in 1797 it was Berkeley, Virginia, for this area. That's from my previous crib sheet. So we know it's Berkeley, BER. KELE. Okay, capture that. Put a comma, put a B, capture that, put a comma, put UN, and That's about the fastest way I know how. Now I've already recorded this, so that's going in there. And so now I want to take and add a source to that. I'm hitting this. I'm doing this. And that comes up with this. You double click on this. And now what I do is I take the name just as it is here, which is Nicholas Shaw. And I normally have it on my second screen. Well, I can do that. You just can't see it. And NICOLASSCHALL, communion. And this is 1797, 7, and this is page 41, as I was showing you. Okay. So I say okay. And then, being the detailed person I want to be, because I found that sometimes this works, and 1797 is what I want. 96, 97. So there it is, nice with its source and everything else. And don't always get the source with it. The good discipline is to take in when you're doing a sort, when you're editing a source, there's a check mark up here, and use the check mark. For some reason or other, I can't train myself to do that yet. Okay, so we did that. We did that one, and that's basically how I'm doing communions and confirmations. I can't ever remember confirmations. Okay, so that's basically what I'm doing. So I hope that helps you. Stay tuned for the next session will be on normalizing the names. And let me explain as a lead into that. Let me bring this back over. Whoops. Okay. If you look at this sheet, bring this over, you'll see Michael Bulls and Eve Bulls. Now, I know that's the BULTZ, and I get that from a page in the back of the book. And so what I'm doing is I'm normalizing all the pulses and the bullses to the BULTZ spelling. And I'll be doing that in the next one. There's also the fries. They're FRY, FREY, FERY, spelled different things, different ways. And none of the rest of the names on here that I know of right now are spelled differently. All righty. So that's basically what I'm doing. And so I'll show you that in the next video.